And we are back. Three Devils podcast. Lads, it's been a minute. A lot has happened in our lives since November 11th, but we're back on the pod, and we're gonna talk Man United. We're gonna talk shop. Um, Barracket, any thoughts? How's your day?
Um, my day was good, and then I watched the first half of United this today, and it turned to shit. And then now, watching the second half, it became much better, to say the least.
James, good day.
Mixed emotions. I think like a lot of U.S. Premier League fans, we're finding a hard time navigating how to watch these freaking games these days. So getting creative, you know, stealing the neighbor's internet line, and plugging it in so that way I can. But no, getting creative, listening to the game through the radio, and then watching the highlights. So definitely like a entertaining game, but yeah, we got 3 points on the board. That's all that matters. And good day, good end to the day.
No, agreed. We got a lot we're gonna cover today, folks. But let's just get straight into it. Man United 4-1 over Wolves away.
Yeah.
I think going into the game, my prediction was we're gonna get some goals on the board, and hopefully a convincing result. I think if we had to just break it down, first half and second half. Second half was obviously much better, but first half we started off really well on the front foot, putting Wolves on the back foot, and um, it just started to get sloppy towards the end. And I'm assuming there was some talk about what they had to do at halftime about how they could correct it and what they
Yeah,
had to do better. But definitely, I mean, that Wolves is a team we should be beating, right? They're
yeah,
probably, I mean, how many points do they have? 3 points this season. Had we tied or lost, we'd be in a different state of mind right now. So, job done, and we saw a lot of good individual performances, and it was a good team result. So I'll take that.
yeah. I think for me, really, like I said earlier, the first half was very disappointing, and even the win. I mean, obviously, I'm very happy that we got away with the 3 points that we really need, right? And we're really close to top four now. Um, but I felt like we could have honestly killed this team the first half if we took the advantages we had, and we just put the ball in the net. I felt like at times, if we were playing with against a better team, we would have been in trouble.
Yeah,
Really, you know, and
yeah,
that's not a good feeling to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think Amarin said it perfectly. I think the reporter at the end asked him, "Do the 4 goals kind of signify how clinical you guys have been?" And then he said, "Well, we had a lot of chances in the first half."
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so, I mean, we're not gonna get. We're still like a long way from the finished product, and we're missing players, and now we're gonna be missing players through African Cup of Nations. So, it's gonna be all hands on deck pretty soon. So, I think it was a good. We got some good performances out of the guys that will be leaving us. And there's some question marks over if they're even going to be involved in the next game. I think it's just like a 50-50 if they're going to leave before Bournemouth or if they're going to leave after Bournemouth game. So we may not see Mbomo,
Mhm.
uh, Mazraoui, Ahmad.
Ahmad.
So yeah,
That's. I mean, again, those are like very important part of the team. Obviously, this season, Mbomo and Ahmad and Mazraoui, once he started coming back onto the squad, he's been important to us. Yeah, James, like you said, I think it's going to be interesting to see the team without those guys. Really, the African Cup of Nation, I think it's going to be the players who might not be making it to the Bournemouth game. I think it's based on like when is their first game
okay,
on the tournament. So I don't know the specific schedule for those games, but I think if they have it later on, if Ivory Coast is playing later on the week, that I think Ahmed will be there, right? I think we had Onana, I believe last year, who like flew in like later on, like private jet by himself after the game, and went to his African Cup of
Thank
Nation
God
game.
he's not doing that this time around.
Well, he's definitely he's not selected in the squad, which is crazy, but he's not for a lot of reasons.
Wow.
Uh, but I'm not surprised. I wouldn't want him on my team. Um, but yeah, again, it's I'm nervous, but at the same time, boys, I'm really looking forward to what kind of squad we're gonna see now. Like we're gonna be, kind of our backs against the wall. So now, who do we put in to replace these players? And some players just need to step up, man.
Yeah,
There's players just need to take advantage of this opportunity. Say, hey, there's a gap in this position, and Ahmed is out or Mbomo's out. Let me be the guy, right? So we need that competition. We need that, like, we need the younger players to come up and step up, or veteran. It doesn't matter to me at this point. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I think of the three, obviously they're important players on the field and in the locker room. And they're just good characters, I'm sure. But we're gonna miss Mbomo heavily. He's clearly been our best player this
yeah,
season. I think Diallo we're gonna miss, and they've obviously um, formed a great partnership on that side. And then you got Mazraoui, who we're gonna miss at whether it's right center back or right wing back, usually that right center back position. But do you think? I mean, I think all three of us we've been left scratching our heads, wondering why is he putting this defender in? Why is he subbing this defender in? Do you think now you're kind of like, oh, he's giving these players minutes just to kind
yeah,
of build up their fitness, so when they do go off to AFCON, these guys have minutes in the bag? You think?
Mm.
yeah.
Um,
I think that's why Delict's been probably left out. Was he on the bench tonight?
He was on the bench. He had
Yeah,
a injury this past weekend, but he was on the bench.
I'm sure it's like, hey, Mizrahi's leaving and Euro's getting slotted out right, and you're going to be our center back. So you got to be healthy, you got to be fit. I mean, we're seeing Martinez. That's prime. He hasn't been thrown. He wouldn't have been thrown into the deep end anyways. But slowly building his fitness. Heavens looked pretty good since he's come back
Mhm.
in. It's crazy to think that this is like really like the first few games that he's gotten a run, considering the amount of time he played in the preseason. But no, I mean it's going to be all hands on deck. I mean everything's going to just get shuffled because
Yeah.
Mbomo displaces one spot. Someone's going to have to backfill that. Maybe Bruno goes into a number 10 that creates a void in the middle, or maybe that means Mainu goes into the attacking midfield spot.
Yeah.
I mean Xerxes didn't even start tonight, and he probably would have scored against that team. But I don't I don't think Amarin's sold on him, so he's probably gonna look for another midfielder, not another attacker, like a striker. So it'll be interesting. I mean, even the left wing back, I can't even think who's gonna play at that position. Maybe Dallo, but or who
Malacia.
plays
Well, yeah, maybe
Alasia. That's another
Malacia.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's been training with the team, and I've seen him on the bench. So it looks like he might come in as maybe as a sub. I don't know. He's definitely not part of the part of the thought process. Um,
I was just
interesting point.
thinking,
Interesting point, James. You called is that I think I would like to see. Now I think Manu now has more freedom to be able to get on the field. With the shortage we're gonna have, I think Manu's gonna become crucial for us. Uh, I mean, hopefully the manager sees it as well. But this is it, man. This is a good opportunity for him to get on the field.
was Ugarte on the bench tonight?
I did not see him. He probably was, but I didn't see him.
I mean, like if he was on
He
the
wasn't.
bench,
He was on the bench. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
he
I mean,
was.
today
Yeah,
was the first time Mainu got subbed on before Ugarte.
yeah,
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
I don't know for what reasons why Ugarte wasn't on the bench, but um, no, I mean Manu definitely looks. He doesn't look confident. He looks like he's just going out there to just try
Yeah.
and get some rhythm to his game.
Yeah.
And you don't get that when you're playing 10, 15 minutes a game or 20 minutes a game, or you're thrown into a game where there's not really a whole lot of meaning left in the game.
Yeah.
You're winning
Yeah.
whatever it is. So no, I mean I know that's probably one of the talking points. I don't know if you want to get straight into it, but I mean we can't let him go on loan. Like we can't.
No, no, no. I mean, let's get to it, James. I think when I was watching this game, the one thing I thought about is who was the hero last year against Wolves? Who was our hero? It was
Yeah, no,
Manu.
no. A
You
few
know what I
years ago,
mean?
I think. Yeah,
For him to come in 10 minutes, like it's crazy how dramatic his playing time has changed, and who he who the how we see him on the team as well, right? I mean, we were like, what we got a wonderful player on our hands last year when we saw him scoring against Wolves last minutes, right? Um, but now we're having him come in the last 10 minutes. So I don't know. As a young player, I'm sure it's very hard to go through, but I think he just needs to stay strong and defend.
Yeah, just keep his
And
head down, and this
yeah,
is gonna, shape him in a way,
yeah,
and I think it also is just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna forge a player where it's like, you got to battle through the tough times, just to get
yeah,
to those, those beautiful moments in your career.
Yeah,
yeah,
and he'll be wanting to go to this World Cup, man. Like this is gonna be one of the bigger World Cup. I mean, in terms of like size. Um, but he'll be wanting to get those minutes to get on that plane to the US.
Yeah, or at
So,
least get a sniff in his squad. Like he hasn't
mm,
gotten anything, you
yeah.
know.
yeah, no,
No,
So
exactly.
he's
I
got
will
So,
to.
be. Sorry. I will be very surprised if Mason Mount is not considered in the national team
I'm sure
yeah,
Mount's definitely on Tuchel's.
short list.
Yeah, he's on his radar for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
because the
I
way,
mean,
I mean, the way he performed today. I mean, not only today, like the past. Anytime he comes in, man, guys give so much energy, just gives everything. I mean, today, like the just watching him is plays like just enjoyable. You know what I mean?
right?
Like
No,
you
it's
can
been
tell this guy wants to be on the field.
we
Like
bought him for 50, 60 million,
bargain,
and well, I
bargain.
mean,
no,
that's still a lot of money. It's
it's
still
a
a lot
heavy
of money,
tag.
and it's a lot of pressure. And he's leaving Chelsea after winning the Champions League. One club player his whole life. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy for him because he's starting to get into a nice like run of fitness, getting game times. He's starting to
Yeah,
get on the score sheet, and like people forget, he was a goal scorer. He was like an
yeah,
attacking player. He
yeah.
wasn't like this only this just defensive pressing workhorse. He's a
Right.
smart player, but he also gets in and around the goal. So
Yeah,
it was nice to see him get that little finish. Um, Beautiful pass, and yeah, just like a classy finish. Just side foots it. Keeper just standing rooted to the spot. Not a
yeah,
chance.
yeah, yeah. I mean, time after time we say this already. Always, I didn't think Bruno had a great game. I think he
Yeah,
had an average game, and then he goes in and he does something. What like assist like that? Like you know what I
Yeah,
mean? For
I
him
mean,
to just that's
in all
that's
fairness, Bruno had I don't know, he had so much time to make that pass.
yeah,
yeah, and that was a
100%.
great one.
He has every right to have somewhat a bad game here and there, but at the same time, the thing that confuses me about Bruno is when I was watching, I can't tell you how many times I was like just screaming how Bruno's just keep giving the ball away or making bad decisions, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he does something magical like that, right? That pass is like world class. I
Do
mean, he
you?
put it on the plate for him. So things like that. I mean, he's a man. He's just a great player, but I wish he's just always consistent like that. You know what I mean? I wish
Right.
for every as I've always said this, like for every five great things he does, two of them are like questionable,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Three of them are questionable.
I
So
was talking to you about this, James. Like sometimes he gets the ball and he just plays these risky passes, and when it doesn't come off, we're hammering him. But when he does pull it off, we're like, "This is what you
wow,
pay for." And I think this is what you forget. Like this is what football is about, man. Getting people standing off their feet, like yelling at their TV when someone makes like
yeah,
a great pass. And I,
Hmm.
I I saw this. So I don't know who. I feel like I've seen this amongst like the media and just like Twitter. People are talking about, man, maybe we should have cashed out for Bruno in the summer. But I remember one of our first episodes, we spoke about how happy and excited we were that he was staying, that he just
yeah,
blew that news off. But you turn on your TV for moments like that where Bruno just does something crazy. You're like, wow, that was a great idea. That was a great ball. That was a great goal. And again, I don't think he had the greatest game, but he had two goals and an assist. That's
Yeah.
not a bad game,
crazy.
you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
yeah,
And the last game we tied against West Ham, but the game before that, like he was in and around the goal. Like he's in and around the goals and
yeah,
he's playing from a deeper role compared to last season. So
Well,
again, I
last
don't
year, I don't know if you remember, it was kind of the second half of the season where he just, it was just all, it was the Bruno show. And
Mhm.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, we're getting into that point where we spoke about having to rely on players. We're going to need Bruno for this whole 4 weeks,
100%.
whatever it is, without these players. And yeah, he's just going to show his qualities and his abilities, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
Bruno time, man.
Yeah,
People,
mind you
sorry.
too. He's one of the greatest thing about Bruno. Not only he's really a great player, he's also very durable. You know what I mean? I mean, he
Mm.
doesn't get in like a knock on wood,
They
but
said
like
adorable. I was like, I don't know about that,
he
bro.
is adorable. But you know what I mean? He doesn't get injured. I mean, when
No,
was he
yeah,
last time out because of injury? I mean,
I don't think I can
think about
remember.
how many
Yeah,
players went out after him, like for 6 months, 7 months since they signed. You
Yeah.
know, knock on wood.
I
But
swear to God, man, if
People,
he gets injured, I'm gonna.
I'm sorry. I'm
and I
sorry.
feel like I know people if they're watching this are like, oh, give me a break. You just beat Wolves. Like, dude, I know people will be saying that, but I don't know. Like,
You know what? You know what? I think people do have the right to say that. I think so. Because after the game, I'm gonna be honest with you. After the game, I was happy that we won, but I wasn't like
Over the
ecstatic
moon.
we
Yeah, it
won. Like I
wasn't.
was
It
like,
was a win, a must-win game, and
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think we spoke about halftime team talk. I'm sure that was the team talk. Go out there
yeah,
and win the game. Do
yeah,
not be the first team to give these guys 3 points. Like
yeah,
the difference in quality is just immense.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're
Whatever.
gonna be all over the news if you lose this game. Just
Yeah,
play with, like, like he wouldn't have said that, but I'm sure the players,
well,
a
Mason
couple
Mount
of the
said
players
after
would have
the
played
game.
with that.
Mason Mount said after the game, he's like, oh, we
yeah,
had a chance to play with a little bit more freedom, and I mean, I thought Mason Mount looked great in the second half, just the way he was fizzing the ball across the field, like
oh my
taking
God,
players
yeah,
on, like.
yeah,
But you could tell, like, just certain balls that he played. I was like, wow, you are playing with a casual side to yourself, where there is more freedom, but you get a chance to do that against lesser teams. And not to knock Wolves, they're not in the greatest state right now, but they aren't the best team in the Premier League. But you know what? Again, we just jumped up to sixth place. And
Hmm.
we've had moments this year where we could have leapfrogged the table,
second
and we
place, bro.
haven't.
We had a
It's,
chance.
bro. So
Yeah,
I don't know. So I mean, again, we're getting closer around that European top six, top four area. So
yeah,
good
yeah,
on them. So
yeah. I think one note to also bring up the fact that I think the manager, the way the players came in on the second half, I think uh, the talk must have been very much like straightforward, Paul. Like the
mm,
way they came in, because I felt like it was a whole different team second half. Like it was a different vibe. Like yeah, we were dominating first half too, whatever. But like
did you
I
get a
felt like
sense
second half, I
as
felt like they were just like they just came in like a whole different vibe, like from forwards to backs to midfield to everybody.
yeah,
Granted, let's be honest. There were one call on the first half. I thought that was a PK that should have been
yes,
called. That
that
was
Yeah.
a
was
clear,
penalty.
because you can't call the first one a PK.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't call the first one no PK and then call the second one a PK, because both were the same, pretty much the same thing that what
Yeah.
happened. So you got to be consistent. I do have a big problem with that. They didn't even bring it to the VARs; they just called it right away,
Yeah,
which is like a little crazy. But granted, what I'm saying is we should have been up
yeah.
by a goal at least because of the PK. But yeah,
Cunha had a couple chances. I mean,
Yep.
Johnson, the former Manchester United goalkeeper, academy goalkeeper, came
yeah,
up big a couple times. Made a couple good last ditch tackles.
yeah,
Dallo had that 1v1 in the first 10 minutes,
Hmm.
where I think if that's on Cunha's foot that finds the back of the net. I mean, I'm not banking on Dallo scoring 1v1s. He doesn't find himself in those areas.
yeah,
But no, again, it's good to be in and around that top six area. So um, good on the boys for getting the job done and keeping it professional. Did you get the sense that in like the 38th minute, 40th minute we were to concede, it just got so sloppy,
yeah.
like where like literally
Oh yeah,
minute 42 hit, and I was like, we're gonna give up a goal. We just
yeah.
don't
Hmm.
look good.
Yeah,
Like
you feel it. You feel it coming. I mean, it felt like we l- low down our pressure and our
mhm,
we started like I think United does that. Like we go through this thing where if we're up by one, we start like we play well, whatever, and we just drop down, like dramatically drop down.
yeah,
And but that's what I'm saying. That's when you need like a motivator on the field. You need a like a captain who says, "Let's go, let's do this, let's go." Like keep the players going. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of, it's funny because this makes me think about what's happening at Liverpool, right? A lot of people are like saying Mo Salah is the problem and all that fun stuff. I'm sure we don't have to go through that, but what I'm saying is that one of the things they were saying is that how Van Dijk doesn't really motivate his teams when they're down. You know what I mean? And a lot of veteran Liverpool players are saying like that was our thing. Like we used to motivate players when we're down, so we can keep going, or we can score, or we can defend, whatever it might be. So I think Bruno's a great player, great captain, but I don't know if he's a motivational captain. If that makes sense, I don't know if
Yeah.
that's something that you guys agree with, but I don't think he's like a motivational guy, like whatever. But he's a guy like just lead by action and like really keep things in check per se. He's very good organizer, whatever it is. But we need like a motivator guy who's like on top of you when you make a mess. And when we're one nil up and we're making mistakes in the back, we need a captain who comes
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. No, agreed. Um, interesting fixture we have next week. We have a while before our next game.
Yeah.
It's on a Monday as well, so it's a week from today.
What's with
This
these
is
Monday games?
Yeah, but this is where I think we kind of struggle, where we don't have that midweek game, and you don't play for a whole week. And I
Yeah.
know that there's been talks like, oh, they're going to set up scrimmages against whether it's a championship team or they go to Saudi Arabia during the winter break and they're just scrimmaging teams. This is where I'm like, all right, obviously we won one game. Can we keep the momentum going? We're playing Bournemouth next weekend, who are a much better team than Wolves,
Hmm.
and not having that game in the middle of the week, like versus an Arsenal or, well, not to use Arsenal as an example, but they just lost. They're already thinking about the next result. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if there was a week between their game, their loss, and their next game? So, I mean, I don't know how we can cope with that. I mean, again, it's a week. A week doesn't seem like a long time, but it is a long time. Like guys got to
It
stay
is.
match sharp.
Yeah.
And obviously they're going to be doing scrimmages. It's probably against like academy players, but it's not the it's
Not the
not
same, yeah. It
yeah
doesn't mentally prepare you the same way.
training session.
It's a different sort of preparation, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can, elite players will try their best to make it as realistic as possible, but do we have those elite players in the team? Probably not. People
Yeah,
like Bruno and Casemiro and the more, I guess, experienced players will probably emphasize how important it is to prepare for the next game. But no, I see what you're saying. You lose that match sharpness in a way, even though it's a week. A week kind of is a long time, and if you do that every week, it could kind of develop bad habits, maybe even.
Hmm.
yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, our last game was Monday last week, right? We
Yeah.
played against I forget who we
West
played
Ham,
against.
What's
Yeah.
that?
So I mean,
same story. 1-0. you know, we
yeah,
we don't look good at 1-0,
We
yeah,
and we
don't.
need to score. We need to score quick.
It's an uncomfortable place for us to be in. But I think one can make the argument if you have a set up a scrimmage midweek. Is that risky? Like, do we want to risk getting players get hurt?
yeah.
Is that it's almost it's a double sword, right? Like you get experience out of it, you get the touch out of it, but now what if you go in and for a scrimmage and you get Bruno get hurt or somebody gets hurt? So it's a little risky. So I as much as it is, we need to. Yes, a week is a long time to have a break, but I think we need to also keep in mind of the injuries and all that fun stuff. Um,
Yeah.
but I think in general it looks like, I don't know how you guys feel, but it feels like, and I don't want to jinx it, but it feels like we're in the incline as far as just looking at the table, looking at some of the teams that we have to compete for the next few games, right? I feel like we have a very good opportunity, man. I think we have a very,
Say
very
it.
good opportunity if we go in
Say
to win every game.
say
You
it. Say
know,
it. Come on. Come on. We're gonna finish. Come on. Say it.
we're gonna finish first place.
I was on the phone with James yesterday, man. I was just going on a rant about points that have been dropped this season, man. And we should be bobbing around second or third place.
Yeah,
Points that
100%.
we've dropped this year. Think
Yeah,
about it. West Ham 1-1, 0. We lost to Everton with a man down. Arsenal, we should have gotten a point at the very least at the beginning of the
yep.
season. Fulham, we tied. All these, I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but
Tottenham 2-2. We tied
Tottenham,
where we
man.
were up 2-0.
Yeah,
It's
like it
terrible.
just. Again, I don't think we're gonna win the league by any means, but it's like the points that we've given up. They've just been such cheap points that
Just
we've just thrown
careless
away.
points.
Yeah.
Careless points.
No, but I mean,
It's
Barrick, I'm not gonna lie. I hear what you're saying. We have points on the board, but we're playing against some good teams, man. Playing against Bournemouth. Bournemouth are not, they're not a weak team by any stretch of imagination. We're playing Villa away the next week.
Yes,
Villa are freaking good this year, and
yeah.
then we're playing Newcastle home 5 days later, and then we play Wolves again 4 days later. Like, I mean, that's 4 games. If we could come through that with 9 points, 10 points,
Yeah.
I'd say that would be amazing. But I mean, we just being realistic, Villa look really good right now,
Villa
and
look good.
there's
Villa look good, but remember, James, we compete much better against good teams. That's one of the things that
yes,
time after time is proven by us. So I'm not worried about Villa. I'm more or so worried about Bournemouth than anything else.
yeah. I mean, Bournemouth
That's
are
the
good though.
team I
They've
think we're
got
gonna have a
some
hard
good
time. Are
players.
we playing them at home or are we playing them at at
Bournemouth's
home
home.
away?
Bournemouth's home.
Yeah, so that's a rough game. I hate that field. I hate how tight and compact it is.
No, we're
Just
home. We're home.
very. eh,
Bournemouth.
Oh, we're home.
Yeah, we're home.
Okay, good news. So I'm more or so considered cons- somewhat concerned about the Bournemouth game than any of the rest of the games. Really, Newcastle I think will be fine too. Again, Newcastle is a good team. Against good teams, we perform well. I think we can get out of.
Yeah,
I think we can get a point out of it or two. A point out of it. Um, but I mean, Wolves. I'm just gonna say it. I think we're gonna beat them again. Unless something horribly went wrong, right?
yeah.
So,
Can you imagine
uh,
we come out the other side with just 3 points?
hey, again, knowing United, came out of the next 1, 2, 3, 4 games, I'm more concerned about is honestly is Bournemouth and then possibly Wolves, just because knowing United, we'll just drop a point, we'll tie to them or something crazy like that, right? But the harder teams, I think we can perform well against.
Newcastle and Aston Villa will be two really good games to watch because they're both in really good form right now.
Yeah,
So, and they're very well coached teams. So
What do you
yeah.
we're
guys think? How many points do you think we will get from that stretch of fixtures, though?
that's what those four fixtures or those four
From
fixtures.
Okay, Bournemouth,
Bournemouth, Villa,
United, and
Newcastle,
Bournemouth. Do you guys
Wolves.
think we're gonna win?
Yeah, we win.
I,
We win
I
at
think
home.
we're gonna win, but
Okay,
I think either it's gonna be a win
that's
or a
three
tie.
points.
I
Villa,
think
United. What do you think?
Villa United. I think we're gonna win.
I think a draw.
I think draw. That's 4 points. United, Newcastle.
I think we
I think
draw.
I think draw.
you guys are
I
being
mean,
too
dude,
conservative.
I'm just being honest. You look at Newcastle and you look at their midfield three versus ours. They are so good. They have Tonali, they have Bruno Guimaraes, they have Joe Linton, they have
Are you talking about
uh,
Villa?
Newcastle.
Oh,
Like
Newcastle.
Newcastle's midfield is their center midfield are just going to overpower ours. They're just going to expose us. Um, unless something changes. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's different when we're playing with five midfielders as opposed to a true number nine, and
Right.
or not five midfielders, but four midfielders
Hey,
as
Jim,
opposed
show
to.
your face, bro. We can't see you, bro.
Oh, my bad. No, I'm just saying it's different when you're playing against a team with a number nine versus four midfielders because, like, instinctively, the midfielder that is supposed to be furthest forward still is behaving in or acting like a midfielder. He's going to drop, he's going to cover, and it's a different game. So, I mean, maybe in those games, Amarin's going to play without a number nine. He'll play with like a false
He
nine,
has.
But yeah, I
You
don't
would
know. Do
think,
we
but
do we
yeah,
know
he's
Seshko's timeline back?
no idea.
I think he's just
He's
back
I
in training. I have no idea.
he really he wasn't even on the bench today.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, he
that's
wasn't
it.
on the bench. He was just like strengthened.
So I think Newcastle, when we play Newcastle, they're gonna be also losing a few players for Afghan. So as much as we'll be losing a few players, a few of our key players, they'll
Bournemouth are
be
going to be
losing.
missing. Bournemouth are
Uh,
going to be missing Semenyo.
Wasa.
Well, when do the players leave for AFCON? This next weekend, after this weekend, right?
After this
No, I
weekend.
think they
Is it this week and during the week and
some are leaving this
oh
week.
really? I didn't know
Some
that. I
are
thought it was
leaving
just
this
after.
week. Yeah, yeah. Shoot, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you're right because
Yeah.
Egypt report before the weekend, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Mo
Gotcha.
Salah,
Okay.
Mo Salah's really not coming back. he's, I don't think he's coming back. He's out. He's done. So yeah,
This guy really
yeah.
tried to pull a CR7, but anyways, another
Um,
conversation.
no. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't blame him. Um, but yeah, I really do think we can come up with some points here. I really do. I know you guys are concerned about a few of these games, but I really do see us performing well, like at least for two of the games, and then maybe a tie one, and then I don't know the other one is like a question
I
mark.
would all I'm saying is I would take 8 points from that. I would take
Eight
8.
eight.
points.
I would take 12.
I mean,
I
yeah.
like how you're thinking, James. I'll take 12.
Would you
Can you
rather
imagine
take
we came out
three
12?
three wins and a loss or stay undefeated?
I mean, I want to see an undefeated run. If we can get through this winter period, this was like around this time last year. I mean, not that it was maybe a couple weeks earlier, maybe a month. But remember, a
We had
storm
that
is
run.
coming.
Yeah,
Remember, a
we had that
storm is
run.
coming.
Yeah,
A
as it
negative
was.
run. I wouldn't call it a run. I'd call it a freaking getting dragged through on asphalt, butt naked,
Yeah,
for a couple
yeah.
weeks.
Oh, that hurts. But
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. Some of these, I don't know. Like going back, you think about some of the games like we've had before the Wolves game. I mean, West Ham. What a disappointment that was. I know we didn't really have our pod that week, and we didn't really talk about that game. Disappointing game, man. Just sad to watch. Um, and then really the past few games that really bothered me the most was the Everton game, where we had they had one. They were playing men down, and we still managed to lose that game. Like, that's
Yeah.
it's like
No, I
crazy.
agree with you. It's two steps forwards and 3 steps backwards. You know, so the only thing that we can do, and I mean, we can't do shit. All we can do is just talk about it.
Yeah,
The only thing that United could do is just keep winning, and Ruben Amorim put out. My fear is he just gonna chop and change like the whole lineup? It's like, can we
you think
find
so?
like? I just hope he doesn't. I mean,
I hope
Oh,
he freaking picks a back three and just sticks with a back three for those
5 games,
yeah
6 games.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. That would be
Um,
amazing if he just stuck with 3.
and maybe I mean, Casemiro's not going to be able to play all 90 minutes in that time period.
That's
There's no
where,
way
yeah, no, you're right. I mean, that's where like
unless
not
they're
getting
bringing in reinforcements, which I haven't really seen a whole lot. I mean, but unless we're bringing someone in this winter, which it doesn't really look like we are, um, Mainu's gonna have to play. He's gonna have to
he
play. And
has to. Yeah.
you guys saw the reception he got when he came on
Oh
today,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like the
He's
crowd roared for him. I mean, he's a special player. He's a special talent. He's one of our own. Get him in that team. Like he's a good player. He'll figure it out. I mean, obviously, Amarin sees what's going on every day, and I mean, I think Mainu's body language is positive. He's going out, he's playing, he's doing his best, but like I said, it's hard to build any sort of rhythm when you're on the field for 10 minutes.
yeah, yeah,
agreed.
Maybe you touch the ball 2 times in that 10 minutes, three
yeah,
times.
yeah, yeah. He didn't seem just back to it yet. Not yet. It will just have to give him some time, some touch. And the good news is that as far as Afcon goes, I think we'll get Mbomo back earlier than everybody else.
Why is he gonna get knocked out?
I don't know how good Cameroon is gonna do. I don't think they have a great squad. They have a great squad. Don't get me wrong. Their performance track doesn't seem like they're gonna make it too far. I really do think also we will get Ahmed back in a timely manner. So I'm not too concerned as far as those two go. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they'll have a run, but Cameroon hasn't. They barely qualified. So there's a chance they might not do that great. They might not even get out of their groups. So who knows?
Do we know the AFCON schedule? That's just my last question. I mean, it looks like games
Um,
start the 21st. Let me look at Cameroon. Cameroon's first game is the 24th. A week from today, it's the 15th. So it makes me wonder if these guys are even going to be part of the squad. I can't imagine they would be. Mazraoui,
yeah,
Diallo, and Bournemouth. I just don't think they're going to be part of the squad this Monday. So, um, look, I mean, I think we'll see something similar to what we saw today, like, with the exception of those three players. But I think I think the way Amarim has put these players into the game in the middle, like just getting them playing time, I think that we're going to see a lot of those players play. But with the
yeah,
likes of like Aiden Heaven, Lissandro Martinez, Dahl will switch to the right.
yeah,
I don't think he'll put Luke Shaw forward. Maybe he puts Lissandro Martinez as a left wing back. I mean, I don't think he would do that.
Yeah.
But then again, we didn't mention one player, Dorgu. Dorgu hasn't had a great season. He's done
no,
really well for Denmark, but you know what? This is his chance to really just grab this spot and be like, "This is mine."
yeah,
And Ella will slide to that right hand spot. And I mean, he had a good game today. And then I think the midfield too will stay the same. But like you said, James Casemiro, he's not going to be able to play 90 minutes for the next 4 games. I just don't think he
yeah,
can.
no,
And then the front three will change with Mason Mount, Mainu, Cunha, Sheshko,
Bruno.
Bruno. So, I mean, I don't know. I know we started off this pod talking about we got straight into AFCON, and then I'm looking at the schedule. I'm like, shoot, they might not be here for the next. They're not going to be here for the next 4 or 5 games.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I do. So my question to you guys is that what is your big concern now that knowing that some of our players would be gone for Afghan? What is your like biggest concerns as far as like midfield back four forwards? Like what is your concerns with back four? I don't I see the least personally. I see the least amount of concern for the back four.
yeah, I agree. Back five, back three. I agree.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going
um,
to be Mike. Yeah, I don't know. I think my concern is just the drop off in level. You know,
yeah,
and
I think so. I think that yeah,
throwing players in there that just haven't gotten huge chunks of minutes. So um, it'll be interesting. But really
uh,
quickly, score predictions before we wrap up. Market against Bournemouth.
uh, against Bournemouth. I think we're gonna win 1-0.
I'm thinking 3-2 goal thriller.
3-2 goal
Us.
thriller. I think 2-0. I think we got to keep a clean sheet, man. I don't know if we will, but maybe 2-0. 2-0. We definitely got some goals in us. So,
Yeah,
all right,
I can see that.
boys. Let's wrap this up again to our listeners. Let us know in the comments and on Spotify, on YouTube, and on our socials what you think. If you want Barca to wear something in particular next week, I'm kidding.
Or
Just
nothing at
DM
all.
him.
Or nothing at
Slide in
all.
his DMs.
Yeah, just message me. I
But
I I
boy,
I, I will take free jerseys for the pod. So yeah, don't be shy to send them over if needed.
we'll all right. But we'll again drop us comments to let us know what you think and follow the pod. Boys, have a good
Good
night.
Adios.
night, boys.